This is the 1910-2 requesting lineup out of Flatbush.
Evening 1910-2 train. You have lineup out of Flatbush Avenue. Call me back at Church Avenue, please.
Copy for Church.
Thank you.
This is Newkirk Avenue.
(1903) train calling into Sutter Avenue, Rutland Road.
1903 train Sutter Avenue, Rutland Road has first closed down, proceeds to Nostrand Avenue.
Copy
The
for
next
Nostrand.
stop is Beverly Road.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Beverly Road. This is a Manhattan-bound through train. The next stop is Church Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Church Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound
1910 is
through
at
train.
Church.
The next stop is Northrop Street.
1910-2 train at Church Avenue is burned. You can close down, sir, and proceed to President Street. Thank you.
Copy for Church.
Evening 1915 3 train.
Northrop Street.
You can depart Livonia Yard. Call me back when you're in New Lots Avenue. Doors open.
This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The next stop is Sterling Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Sterling Street. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The next stop is President Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Question line about the Flopper driver.
Evening 1918 2 train. You can start service. Call me back at Church Avenue, please.
Have a go.
1910-2 is at Brenton.
1910 2 train, President Street. That's the time. You're gonna push for a local lineup. Proceed to Franklin Avenue, please. Thank you.
Copy.
1903 train calling in at Ocean Avenue. I assume we're gonna cut off at a 1910.
This is a Manhattan.
Yes, 1993 train. You will be holding momentarily. I know,
Stop
sir.
is
Copy.
Franklin Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Transfer is available to the 3, 4, 5 trains and the Franklin Avenue shuttle. This is a Manhattan-bound
1910 is at Franklin Avenue.
The next stop is Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn Museum.
1910 2 train, Franklin Avenue. That's for your next callback, sir, will be Atlantic
Stand
Avenue.
clear of the closing doors, please.
1903 train, you now may proceed with caution to Franklin Avenue, no more than 15 until further notice. Thank you.
Copy, max speed 15.
Thank you.
This is Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn Museum. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The next stop is Grand Army Plaza.
1982, calling back at Church Ave.
Closing doors, please.
Nineteen 2 train at Church Avenue. You can close down and proceed to President Street. Thank you.
Go.
This is Grand Army Plaza.
1903 train calling back at Franklin Avenue.
1993 train. Street. Next callback will be Grand Army Plaza.
Copy for Grand Army.
This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The next stop is Bergen Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is the 1915 calling back at Junior Street.
1953 train at Junior Street. That is affirmative.
That is a copy.
This is Bergen Street. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad.
Good evening, 1926-2 train. You may begin service, and next callback will be Newkirk Avenue.
Copy for Newkirk Avenue.
This is
1918-2, calling back across second punch for the
The
local.
next stop is
1918-2 train is for you have a local lineup calling back at Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn Museum, please. Thank you.
Stand clear
That's
of the
covered.
closing doors,
1910
please.
Atlantic.
1910-2 train, Atlantic Avenue. That is a firm. Next callback, sir, will be Clark Street. Thank you.
1903 train calling back at Grand Army Plaza.
1903 train is firm at Grand Army Plaza. You may close down. Your next callback is Nevin Street.
Copy for Nevin Street.
Thank you.
This is Nevins Street. Transfer is available to the 4 and 5 trains. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wake Street.
Stand clear of the
Newkirk
closing
Avenue,
doors, please.
1926-2 train. Repeat that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Your next callback is Windthorpe.
Winthrop Street, copy.
Yes, thank you.
This is Wake Street.
This is the 1915 3 train calling back at Sutter Avenue.
The next stop is Borough Hall.
1915 3 train at Sutter Avenue, Brooklyn Road. That is firm. Close down. Proceed to North Street Avenue. Thank you.
No, can you repeat that real quick?
1915 3 train. Your next callback is North Street Avenue.
Thank you. Copy.
No problem.
This is Borough Hall.
Transfer is available to the 4, 5, and R trains.
1918-2 calling back at Eastern Parkway. What will you again?
1918 2 train at Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn Museum. That is a firm. So you may close down. Your next callback is Atlantic Avenue.
The
Let's
next
go.
stop is Clark
Thank you.
Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1903 train calling back at Devon Street.
1903 train, Nevin Street, that's affirmed. You may close down. Your next callback is Borough Hall, please.
Copy.
This is Clark Street. This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train. The
1910 is
next
at Clark
stop
Street.
Wall Street.
1910 2 train at Clark Street, that's where we're going to stop, stay motor, switch over to man tower for instructions. Thank you and have a safe trip.
1910 is at Clark Street. 1910 is at Clark.
1910 to Clark, that is a cop. You may close down, proceed to your next stop, Wall Street.
The next stop is
1910 to Wall Street, that is a cop. Your next callback is Chambers.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Transfer is available to the 4, 5, A, C, J, and Z trains. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1903 train currently holding at Clark Street, waiting further instructions.
1903
The
at
next
Clark
stop
Street, that is a
is
copy. You may
Chambers
close down your
Street.
next call back, Wall Street, next stop.
Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Chambers Street. Transfer is available to the 1 train. This is a 1 stop.
1910 is at Chambers.
The next stop is Wakefield Street.
Alright, 1902 train at Chambers, that is a copy. Push for locally, next call back, 14th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Wakefield Street. This is a 1 stop. The next stop is Canal Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is the 1918-2 calling back at Clark Street.
Street for the 18-2 train, that is a copy. Proceed, max speed 25 miles per hour, next call back is Wall Street.
Everybody.
This is a 1
1903 train calling back at Wall Street.
1903 train, Wall Street, that is a copy. Your next call back is Chambers.
Copy for Chambers.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
For the 1982, am I still restricted to 25 miles per hour, or I can resume normal speeds?
1918-2 still restricted to 25 miles per hour. I'll let you know you can do normal speed.
All right, that's enough.
This is Houston Street.
JFK 1982 train may resume normal speed to Wall Street.
Let's go.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Christopher Street, Sheridan Square. This is a one-span. The next stop is 14th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Nineteen eighteen two, calling back at Wall Street.
1982 train at Wall Street, that is a copy. You may close down your next callback, Little B Park Place.
Let's go.
And Bronx Town, good evening. This is the 1945 Winchell South Ferry at 247 calling for radio check.
1945 1 train radio checks loud and clear.
Nineteen 1903 train calling back at Chambers Street, punching for the local.
The next stop
1900
is
1903
19th
Chambers,
Street.
that is a copy. Your next callback will be 14th Street.
Copy.
1910 is at 14th.
Stand clear of the
1910 2 train
closing
14th
doors,
Street, that is a
please.
copy. Your next callback, Times Square 42nd.
1945 1 train pressing on departure out of South Ferry.
1945 1 train get part South Ferry. Your next callback, Chambers.
10-4 Chambers.
Nineteen 2 train, I'm updating your callback. Your callback is now Chambers.
Let's go.
18th Street. This is a one. The next stop is 23rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1918-2, calling back at Chambers Street, punch for the
Stand
local.
clear of the closing doors, please.
1918-2 at Chambers, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Houston Street.
Copy for house.
This is 28th Street. This is a one-stop. The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
It's a 45 one train calling back at Chambers, punch for the second.
This is a one-stop.
1945 1 train at Chambers, that is a copy, and we'll be there for 45 seconds.
42nd Street.
Stop.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
One train, you can depart Chambers. Your next callback will be Canal Street.
Tell fucking up. Contents 2 train Times Square 42nd. That is a copy. Your next callback 72nd.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1951-1 is ready to depart out of South Ferry.
1951 1 train ready to depart South Ferry. Next callback will be Chambers Street.
Copy.
Calling back at Houston Street.
1918-2 at Houston, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 14th Street.
Let's grab it.
$1903 train, call back at 14th Street.
103 14th, that is a copy. Your next callback, Times Square 42nd.
Copy for Times Square.
This is a one-stop.
closing doors, please.
One train coming back canal.
245 1 train Canal Street, that is a copy, next call back 14th Street.
Sorry for the 14th.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Nineteen 18-2, calling back at 14th, punch for the local.
1918-2 at 14th, that is a cop. Your next callback will be 34th Street, Penn Station.
No copy.
2 train calling in at Clark Street.
26-2 at Clark, that is a cop. Your next callback, Wall Street.
Copy for all.
This is 66th Street, Lincoln Center. This is a Western. 7 seconds.
Stand clear of the
Pulling at the
closing doors,
chambers.
please.
1851 1 train Chambers, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Houston.
Copy.
This is a Western.
1910 is at 72nd.
10-2 72nd, that is a copy. Your next callback, 96.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hello?
1 train radio checks loud and clear.
Double.
One train coming back 14th Suburb.
45 1 train at 14th, that is a copy. Your next callback, 34th Street, Penn Station.
Turn forward 34th.
Just really quickly, 1957-1, can I quickly go use the bathroom? I'll be really quick.
Okay, sure.
Alright, so.
This is
1926 is at Wall Street.
1926-2 train Wall Street, that is a copy. Your next callback at Chambers.
Copy for Chambers Street.
Okay, I'm back. 1957-1, South Ferry 2 for the second person line auto. South Ferry.
1957-1, you may depart South Ferry. Your next callback Chambers.
Doors, please.
Several.
51 is at Houston.
1951-1 train Houston is a copy. Your next callback 14th Street.
Copy.
1903 train calling back at Times Square 42nd Street.
1903 Times Square is a copy. Your next callback 72nd.
Copy for 72nd.
(1918-2) calling back at 34th Street, Penn Station.
18-2 at Penn Station, that is a copy. Proceed to your next stop, Times Square 42nd.
Let's go.
This is 88th Street. This is a one-track between Wakefield. The next stop is 96th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Calling back at 14th Street.
251-1 train at 14th Street, that is a copy. Your next callback 34th Street, Penn Station.
Copy.
1918-2 calling back at Times Square 42nd.
1982 at Times Square 42nd, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
Thanks, copy.
Version call back in 54.
Transfer is available to the one
That is a
train.
copy. Proceed to your next stop, Times Square 42nd.
Time for Times Square.
It was 1957-1 South Ferry 247. Call back at Chambers Street, Metro Local. 1957-1.
1957-1, that is a copy. You're holding for the 1926-2 train.
Double.
This is the 1922 at 96th Street.
1910-2 at 96, that is a copy. Push 4, Lennox Avenue, line up your next callback to your next stop, Central Park North.
1926 calling in at Chambers.
1926-2 train Chambers as a copy connections house with you in the 1957-1 train. 1926-2, you have the longer route, therefore you have priority. Push for the local. Your next callback will be Houston Street.
Copy for Houston.
1957-1 train, you're holding at Chambers.
Double.
34-2 is at Clark.
1934-2 at Clark, that is the copy. Proceed to your next stop, Wall Street.
Copy.
1945 1 train coming back to Times Square.
5-1 at Times Square, that is a copy. I'm holding you there for a minute.
Fox, requesting line up out of South Ferry.
301, you may depart South Ferry. Your next callback is WTC Cortland.
Support.
calling back at 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
1982 train at Columbus Circle as a copy. I'm holding you there for a minute.
Let us copy.
1951-1 is at 34th Street Penn Station.
1951-1 train at Penn Station, that is a copy. You're holding for a minute.
Copy.
Okay, 1945-1 train holding in Times Square, 42nd. You may proceed. Your next callback is 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
Time for 59 Columbus.
1957-1 train holding at Chambers. You may depart. Your next callback will be Canal Street.
1903 train calling back at 72nd.
1982 train holding at Columbus Circle. You may depart. Your next callback 72nd.
Let's go.
1903 at 72nd. Your next callback is 96.
Copy.
Wait, 1951 can, proceed? Oh.
1951, 1 train, you can proceed out of 34th Street, Penn Station. Your next callback will be 50th Street.
Alright, copy for 50th.
Central Park North, 110th Street.
Two train calling back at Clark Street.
This is a westbound. The next stop is
1934-2 is that.
116th Street.
So this is Wall Street? Yeah, Wall.
1934 Wall Street, that is a copy. Your next callback is Chambers.
Copy.
1942, if you're trying to say something, I can't hear you.
This
Oh,
is
sorry.
This is the 1910-2 at 110.
1910-2 Central Park North, that is a copy. Your next callback is 135th Street.
Calling back Clark. Calling back Clark Street, 1942. Yeah.
There's a copy 1942 for Clark. Your next callback is your next stop, Wall Street.
Wall Street, copy.
1926 calling at Houston.
62 at Houston as a copy. Your next callback is 14th Street.
Copy 14.
031 is at Portland.
Train WTC Cortland, proceed to your next stop, Chambers.
This is 1957-1 calling back at Canal.
This is 116th Street.
657-1 Canal, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Christopher Street.
Time for it.
1945 1 train coming back Falcon.
145 1 train 59th Street Columbus Circle as a copy. Your next callback is 72nd Street.
It's a copy 72.
1918-2 calling back at 72nd
Express
Street.
train. The next
1982 at 72nd as a copy. Your next callback is 86th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Calling back at 50th Street.
The 951 1 train, that is a copy. Your next callback 66th Street, Lincoln Center.
Copy to Lincoln Center.
Lee Manhattan. It's 2009. 1 train out of Suffolk.
2009 1 train, radio checks loud and clear.
Oh, 3-1 is at Chambers.
1 Chambers Street, that is a copy. You may depart. Your next callback will be Houston.
Report.
Transfer is available to the M60 bus to LaGuardia Airport.
This is a Bronx-bound 2 express train. The next stop is 135th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Nineteen 1903 train calling back at 96th Street.
7396, that is a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop, Central Park North.
Copy.
No,
42-2 train at Wall Street, that is a copy. Your next callback is Chambers. 2009 one train, you can depart South Ferry. Your next callback is also Chambers.
1957, one call back Christopher Street.
1957 one at Christopher, that is a copy. Hold you there for 45 seconds. Train 19, callback at 14.
1926 is that 14th Street.
14th for 1926 2, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Times Square 42nd.
Copy time.
1945, one train coming back at 72.
1945 1 at 72nd, that is a copy. Your next callback 86.
Turn for 86.
This is a
1951 1 is at
Bronx-bound
66th Street, Lincoln Center.
51 train at Lincoln Center, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 79th Street.
Copy.
Stand clear of the
1902 is at
closing doors,
145.
please.
Alright, 1934 2 train at Chambers, you can push for the local. Your next callback will be Canal Street. 1910 2 train 135, push for Bronx Line. Your next callback is 3rd Avenue 149.
1918 2 calling back at 86.
18 2 train 86, that is a copy. Your next callback is your next stop, 96th Street.
That's copy.
1957 1 train holding at Christopher Street, proceed. Your next callback will be 28th Street.
1934 2 is at Chambers.
34 2 Chambers, that is a copy. Your next callback, Canal Street.
Copy.
Oh, 31 Houston.
301 train at Houston, that is a copy. Your next callback is 14th Street.
Report.
Train calling back at Central Park North, 110th Street.
Transfer is available to the
Central
4
Park North,
and
that is a
5
copy. Your next
train.
callback is 135th Street.
Copy for 135.
Calling back at 79th Street.
79 for the 1951 1 train, that is a copy. Please hold to the train from you heading to 86.
This is
Copy.
Wakefield
1918 2 calling back at 96.
The
Punch
next
for
stop
Lennox.
is 3rd Avenue.
Station 2 at 96, that is a copy. Your next callback is your next stop, Central Park North.
That's copy.
Stand clear of the closing
1945, one
doors,
train coming back at 86.
45 1 train 86, that is a copy. Your next callback is your next stop, 96th Street.
Turn 496.
Chambers Street.
1942 2 train at Chambers. That is a copy. Please hold. There's traffic in front of you on the local track.
Copy, hold.
This is 3rd Avenue, 149th Street. Transfer is available to the 5 train.
Chambers Street for 29.
29 1 at Chambers as a cop connection stops with the 1942 2 train. 1942 2 train, you have the priority. You may proceed. Your next callback will be Canal Street.
1910 2 is at 3rd Ave.
309 1 train, you're holding at Chambers. 1910 2 train, 3rd Avenue, 149, that is Cogwood. It's the local lineup. You have full lineup to East 180th. Call back there.
031 is at 14.
031 train at 14th Street. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 23rd Street.
Number
1945 1 train coming back at 96.
1945 1 train at 96th Street. That is a copy. Push for the Broadway lineup. Your next callback will be 137th Street, City College.
This is copy 137 City College.
195701.
1951 1 train holding at 79th Street. May proceed. Your next callback 96.
Copy.
1957 1 train at 28th. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Times Square 40 seconds.
Number.
1934-2 is at Canal.
1934 2 Canal. That is a copy. Your next callback 14th Street.
Copy.
Times Square 42nd Street for the 1926.
362 at Times Square. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 72nd.
Copy for 72nd.
1918 2 is at Central Park North 110.
1982 at Central Park North. That is a copy. Your next callback is 135.
The next
Copy for
stop
135.
is Prospect Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The 1903 train, calling back at 135, punching for the Harlem lineup.
1903, that is a copy for 135. Your next callback is your last stop, Harlem 148.
Copy.
This is 29 Subway Chambers.
91 train, you may proceed out of Chambers. Your next callback is your next stop, Franklin Street.
1942 train going back at Canal Street.
1942 2 train, Canal Street. That is a copy. Your next callback, Christopher Street, Sheridan Square.
Christopher Street, copy.
1951 is a chamber. 96.
1951 1 train, 96. That is a copy. Push for the Broadway lineup. Your next callback is 137th Street, City College.
Copy that.
This is
1957 Software 247 calling back at 42nd Street.
Intervale Avenue.
71 train at Times Square 42nd. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
Stand clear of the
Temple.
closing doors, please.
Franklin Street.
2009 1 train at Franklin. That is a copy. Your next callback is Houston Street.
Time for Houston.
2009
31 is at 34th Street Penn Station.
This is Intervale Avenue.
Station, that is a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop. Times Square 42nd.
So far.
This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Simpson Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
$84.2 is at 14.
This is Simpson Street.
42 train 14th Street, that is a copy. Your next callback is 34th Street Penn Station.
Copy.
Oh, 31 is at 42nd Street.
31 train Times Square, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
So far. 1903 train terminated at Harlem 148, track 1.
Stand
3
clear
train
of
Harlem
the
148, track
closing
1, that is a
doors,
copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
That's a 10-4.
1918-2, calling back at 135, punching for Bronx line.
JC2 is a copy. 135. Your next callback is 3rd Avenue 149.
That's a copy.
This is 1957-1 South Ferry 247 call back at 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
It is 57-1 train Columbus Circle, that is a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop, 66th Street, Lincoln Center.
Time for it.
1942, 2 train going back at Christopher Street.
Christopher Street for the 1942 2 train, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 23rd Street.
23rd Street, copy.
Houston Street, Houston Street.
Houston 209-1, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 23rd Street. 14 2.
This is Queen Street. This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is 174th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1957-1 call back at 66
70.
Center.
1926. Call back 72nd. Jesus.
Alright, 1926 2 train 72nd, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 96.
Cop.
57-1 train at Lincoln Center. Your next callback is 79th Street.
Time for it.
Dispatch.
34.
So my game is just closed. Like, just closed. It's happening at all.
What's your current location?
I'm at 18th Street.
Okay, hold on, give me a second.
174th Street.
Alright, hold on. 1945, 1 train, 137th Street, City College. Your next callback, 168.
Copy 160.
1942, 2 train, what is your current location?
14.
That is a copy, hold there. 2009, at current location.
This is a Wakefield bound
291 train with the current
The next
location.
stop is West Farm Square, East Tremont Avenue.
291 train, I need your
You said
location.
20, you said 2009. You said 2009.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm arriving at 14th Street in like at least 30
Hold at your current location, hold at current location.
Oh, 3
You want me to hold outside of wait? Hold on. You want to
Yes, hold outside
of 14th Street?
3-1 is at 5-9.
Look the circle for the 2003, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 72nd.
Someone. It's up for.
Alright, 1934 2 train.
Hold on outside.
1934 2 train is unfrozen yet.
My game just crashed.
Okay, then reload at 34.
Copy.
Calling back at the 137th Street City College.
1-1 train at City College, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 157th
Ladies
Street.
and gentlemen,
Copy for 157.
be careful.
1918-2, calling back at 3rd Avenue, 149, police for wiping into the local.
149 for the 1918-2 train, that is a copy. A full lineup to East 180th, callback there.
That's a copy.
This is a Wakefield-bound 2 train. The next stop is...
Dispatch, coming to the 45 intro.
Go ahead, 45.
When I closed my doors at 157th Street, I'm currently at 157th Street. My train is not moving.
Try opening and closing again. Does it change anything?
You have to jump to the location that you're currently at. That's how the routes. I don't know, the routes like that.
Train still not moving.
Okay, then try re-jumping to 157, see if it'll let you move from there.
Tough.
Okay, 1950.
RCC is at 2009 still, hold on.
Hold on, 1951 1 train, please hold at 145.
Copy.
1957.
You said to jump to...
12-1, please, 12-1. 2009, yes, you're still holding outside of 14th. There's an issue with the train in front of you. Those are in the 18th Street area. 1945, go ahead.
You said to jump to...
Re-jump to 157, see what lets you proceed.
1957 1 calling out 79th.
1957 1 at 79th Street, that is a copy. Proceed to 86.
Ever.
This is East 180th Street. Transfer is available to the 5 train.
131 is at 72nd.
2003 1 train at 72nd, that is a copy. Proceed to 79th Street.
Tempo for 79.
Be advised, dispatch 45 winching. We're moving out of 157.
That's a copy. 1945 1, your callback is still 168.
Time for 168.
1910 2 train is at East 180th.
1910 2 train East 180th has a copy. Push for White Plains Road, local line of your next callback is Gulfville Road.
Copy good.
1951 1 train, you may proceed, your next callback is 157.
Copy.
1934 2 train, is your game reloaded yet?
It just crashed again.
At 1934 2 train, I'm just gonna have you taken out of service here. Thank you, have a good night. Alright, 1942 at 14th Street, you're moving out, your next callback. You're doing a battery run to 34th Street Penn Station, going straight to 34th, skip 18, 23rd, 28.
Battery run to 34, copy.
1957 1 calling back at 86th Street.
86 for the 1957 1 train, that is a copy, proceed to 956.
Ever.
96th Street Broadway, sorry for the late call, man. 26.
And 2696 as a copy, your next callback to your next stop, Central Park North.
Copy for Central Park.
031 is at 79th.
79th at 2003, that is a copy, proceed to 86.
1945 one train calling back 168.
168 for the 1945 1 train, that is a copy, your next callback will be Dykeman Street.
This is copy, Dykeman.
2009 1 train, you may proceed into 14th Street with caution, back to 15.
Park East.
Calling back at 157.
1951 1 train, 157th Street, that is a copy, your next callback 191st Street.
Copy for 19.
Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Helen Parkway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Fourteenth Street.
2009 1 train at 14th Street, that is a copy. I'm going to hold you there until the train in front of you calls back to 34, so I'm not holding you the entire
1
031 is at 86.
The one train 86, that is a copy. You may proceed to your next stop, 96.
This is the 1957-1 calling at 96, punch per Broadway.
7196, that is a copy. Your next callback is 116 Columbia University.
Temple.
Transfer is available to the BX12 Select Bus Service.
This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Allerton Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
031 is at 96.
96, that is a copy. I'm holding you there. There is a train left in 1 stop in front of you.
1942 2 train calling back at 34th Street.
1942 2 train at Penn Station, that is a copy. You resuming normal service. Your next callback will be 72nd Street.
72nd Street, copy.
2009, 1 train holding at 14th Street. Thank you for your patience. Your next callback, Times Square, 40 seconds.
Central Park North, 110, 96.
Train Central Park North, that is a copy. Your next callback to 135.
This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Burke Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Alright, 2003 1 train, you may depart 96. Your next callback is Cathedral Parkway, 110.
10 4.
'45 1 train coming back at Digby.
1945 1 train Dykeman, that is a copy. Your next callback will be Marble Hill 225th.
Copy 225.
Calling back at 191st Street, 191.
191st Street, the 1951 1 train, that is a copy. Your next callback is 207.
Copy 207.
Avenue. This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Gun Hill Road.
1957-1, calling back at 116.
The closing doors, please.
271 train 116th, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 137 City College.
10 4.
is a Wakefield
This is the
bound
1910 train.
The
I
next
got
31
stop
on it.
is 219th Street.
Dunhill Road, that is a copy. Your next callback will be to Reed Avenue.
Doors, please.
031 is at 110.
31 train Cathedral Parkway, that is a copy. Your next callback 125th.
10-4.
Calling back at 207.
1951 1 train 207, that is a copy. I'm holding there because you're less than a station behind the train in front of you.
Copy.
This is 219th Street. This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is 225th Street.
Stand clear.
135th, 1926.
62 train 135th, that is a copy. Push for Bronx line, Granks callback. 3rd Avenue 149.
Copy.
Marble Hill, 225th, 45 1 train.
1945 1 train Marble Hill, that is a copy. A full line to your left. Stop Van Cortlandt.
So that's not cool.
1951 1 train holding at 207th. You may proceed your next callback. Marble Hill 25th.
This is 225th Street.
This is the 1918 2 calling back at East 180th, bunch for White Plains Road lineup.
1918 2 train has a copy. East 180th. Your next callback, Dunhill Road.
That's a copy.
This is 1957 1, come back at 127 City College.
Wakefield bound
57 1 at City College, there's a copy. Your next callback 168.
10-4. Close enough.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh, 31 is at 125.
2003 1 train 125, that is a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop, 137 City College.
Times Square.
Times Square 4 seconds for 2009 1 train has a copy. Your next callback, 72nd Street.
This is 233rd Street. Connection is available to Metro North. This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Nereid Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh, 31 is at 137.
2003 1 train at City College, that is a copy. I've been holding there for a minute to give a train from Houston.
10-4.
Calling back at Marble Hill
This
225th.
is Nereid Avenue.
Well, the 25th for the 1951 1 train, that is a copy of full line to your last stop, Van Cortlandt Park 242nd. Call back there.
Copy.
1910
1942 train calling back at.
At the 1942 2 with 72nd as a copy. Your next callback, 96.
96 copy.
This is a Wakefield
1810 2
bound
train at Marie, that is a
The
copy.
next
Call
and
back
last
next to last stop,
is
Wakefield 241st.
Wakefield 200.
3rd Avenue 149, 26.
26-2, train 3rd Avenue 149, that's copy push your local line via full line for East 180th. Call back there.
Copy 180th.
Okay, 20031 train, you can depart City College. Your next call back is 168.
Number.
1945, one train has terminated at Van Cortlandt Park, 247.
45-1 Van Cortlandt Park, that is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
That's a copy, you too.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train. Thank you for riding with MTA New York City.
1910-2, terminate Wakefield 241st. That is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
Stand clear of the closing door.